Shalom, shalom. This is Mappa Yashar Alabama Parium. This is Mount of Israel and Ephraim. Before I get started, I'd like to give all praises and honors to my power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Shalom to Malcolm, Magwaf, and the buying that tunes this video. That's peace to the brothers, sisters, and children that will be tuning in to this video. Let's hop into it. We're kind of discussing the fourth revolution or the push of the Charagma, right? And that fourth revolution would be everything will be moved to digital, everything will be digitalized, right? That would be digital currency, digital anything that you could probably imagine be digital that they're going to try to push to be digital. That digital currency though is what's really going to usher in the Charagma, right? The CH to the IP, right? So this act, the Clarity Act, faces critical September vote of the U.S. Crypto regulation hangs in the balance, right? So right here earlier they were saying this one says advances landmark crypto bill before hitting the August recess. They're going to August recess, but he advanced it and pushed it forward. This one says the bill passed the House July 2025 bipartisan vote, but its prospects in Senate are less clear. Disagreement over ethics, banking, anti-money laundering provisions. Would establish a federal framework for regulating digital assets. The bill would have to be set in the bounds of jurisdiction, SEC, CFTC, Slovakia, and require registration of cryptocurrency exchanges, brokers, and dealers. The intent of the bill is to replace much of the current case-by-case approach that threaten assets as digital commodities or digital securities. Now, I'm pretty sure I recall, you know, the Cheeto Puff man in office talking about how he wanted to make digital currency. So most likely it's going to happen. Also, it's most likely going to happen because it's a part of essentially it's prophecy, right? Because the dollar's crashing, the dollar's not going to have no real power no more. They're going to move to digital, and then when they move to digital, they're going to push that Charagma, right? Let's hop into the precepts. The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in the foreheads. The leaders of this world is going to try to force everybody. Now, the elect will not take it, right? Because once you get that mark, it's over. It's done. You're done. There's no coming back from it. You've done the ultimate transgression. You're going to die. That's it. You can't come back from it. But he's going to force everyone to do it. And if you don't do it, he's going to come down like a flood, man. It's going to make your life very hard. But the believers, the elect's not going to do it. They're going to have to stay upon their faith. The book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Simple. Like who rules the world? Look at so-called the angels. Picture the angels or JC. They changed the name to JC. Well, his real name is Yahushua. You read in Revelation, it says what? The skin tone like burnt brass. You see what this man look like right here? It's the skin tone like this, right? But he is a white man, so you know who the wicked is. He covered the face of the judges thereof, right? The first Maccabees chapter 3 verse 48, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. Again, you know who the wicked is. People like to play this game where they say they don't know who it is, when if you just read the Bible, it's telling you right there who it is. It's telling you. Very simple. But if it's here for you, it's here for them that are lost, right? Slakia. Trying to find this precept first lesson. Slakia. Book of Isaiah chapter 14, verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the power. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation, and in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. These people want to be like the Most High. These people, the wicked, the heathen, Esau, the Edomites, they want to be like the Most High. So them pushing this Charagma would, in their eyes, will put them up there. Now, it's nothing that they could do to sit on that throne and be equal to the Most High. The Most High Yahweh, Slakia. There's no way. There's no way that they could be equal to Yahweh. but in their eyes, they feel like they have ascended past them, and that karma is makes them feel like they could do that, right? They're trying to have the autocratic society. An autocratic society is a community or nation ruled by a single person or a small group with total absolute power, right? Common types: dictatorships, absolute monarchies, total totalitarian regimens. So you see these, you know these things, and you know these people just rule everything. They're trying to have an autocratic society and rule everything, everybody, know what everyone's thinking and all that stuff. But you need to be in this book so you have a good foundation of faith and know that that's going off. You cannot do that. Don't get in line for that shit, man. Because if you do, it's over. It's over. You're done. It's over. The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark or name of the beast or the number of his name. So these people are going to make it seem like, oh, you can't do nothing. You can't eat. You're not going to live. You're not going to make money. Nothing without it. But, yeah, how I don't want Yahweh said, his people will not be hungry. His people will not be thirsty. You have to have faith. Because if you don't have faith, I mean, without faith, it's impossible to please him. It's because you're going to get, if you don't have faith, you're going to get in line for this bullshit. You can't do that. You got to see past that. Right? The book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 9. Thou has a set bound that they may not pass over, that they turn not over against to cover the earth. That's how we talked about earlier, where the Edomites think that they surpass Yahweh, but Yahweh cannot be surpassed, right? And this is what it is right here. The Lord, how I don't want Yahweh instead of bound for what they can do. They can't. They'll probably get to the point where they can start pushing it. They'll start CIHIPing certain people, and some people, because some people are vessels made for destruction, and some people are just they're living out their judgment, and that's what their judgment may be. But they're not gonna get close to touching the elect. They're gonna get close to getting everybody, and when they think that they're getting close, the Lord gonna how I don't want Yahweh is gonna tell the Alahayim to let go of those winds, and then they're gonna be eviscerated. The elect's gonna be beamed up, and everything's gonna be flipped back to what it used to be, what it should be. Right? The book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of Ha'adamah Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Understand that no matter what they think, this Ha'adamah Yahweh's world, man. Ha'adamah Yahweh Shah's world. Whatever they say goes. They set that bound that they cannot pass and they cannot get everybody. That everyone's in. He's all the kings are in control. Are being controlled by the Lord. So just make sure that you are in this book, praising the Lord, and you don't get caught sidetracked, because this stuff is being pushed. This stuff is starting to become is reality. But you're gonna be good if you're in this book, right? So Kahalam La Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Bashem Wakakadash, you know. Shalom to Akim Agwafno, Mayim that tunes this video. This piece of brothers, sisters, and children that tunes this video. You know. Shalom.